We were having a conversation about walking a celibate path and how practicing celibacy amplifies your spiritual workings. In that same conversation, we were also talking about how walking with the divine dark goddesses makes you so much more powerful. And so we also layered in there how if you are venerating your ancestors, and absolutely you are venerating yourself. So you're doing all of this amazing spiritual work and you are retaining your own life force energy. You are absolutely a powerful being. Someone asked in that conversation if we could talk a little bit about what it's like to walk with the divine goddesses, or how does one go about doing that? Like, how do you start that relationship? And I want to talk about that right now. So working with divine dark goddesses happens a few different ways. One could be that they start sending you signs and signals. The other could be that you yourself are interested in this particular deity, and so you find yourself researching them and really just like wanting to know more and more about them. And by default, you are vibrating and putting that out there, and the goddess is going to pick that up and say, this child wants to have me as her mother. She wants to know me. She wants to walk with me. And because the divine feminine, the divine dark goddesses are mothers, they will not turn you away. Now, that doesn't mean that they won't leave you, because they will. They will step aside, take a step back. If you are walking with them and you're not doing your work to heal yourself, make yourself a better, stronger person, if you are not doing the veneration work that you should be doing, if you're not honoring yourself, the dark goddesses really help you to prioritize yourself. Because if you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not loving yourself, then how can you pour that out to others? So she really helps you to start valuing yourself, to seeing your own self-worth, your own self-value. She really walks with you on the path to get you there. Now, different goddesses walk with you in different ways and they do different things. But ultimately, all of the goddesses are the same in that they will step aside, take a step back, if you're not doing the work that you should be doing, because as like any good mother, they're not going to stand there with you and watch you mistreat yourself or allow others to mistreat you. So I wanted to sprinkle that in there as we have this conversation. I'll tell you a little bit about how my path started with the divine dark goddesses. So my relationship with the divine dark goddesses happened two different ways, because I walk with several goddesses, and or should I say they walk with me. So we walk together, and the relationships with them are all different. Hang tight. When I first started walking with Lilith, or when Lilith first started walking with me, I was not even aware that she was walking with me. It was only when I looked back in retrospect that I began to realize that, oh my goodness, that was Lilith all this time. That was her. And so once I recognized that, I began to reciprocate that, and I began to venerate her and pay homage to her and acknowledge her, and to get to understand my relationship with her more as one of her daughters. So that was how my relationship with Lilith started. I was on a self-love journey. It was all about pouring into myself, restoring myself, building myself back up. And she walked with me through that. And that's what she will do. The energy of Lilith is restorative energy. It is that energy that helps you to prioritize yourself, to say, listen, let's define what love looks like. Let's chip away all of the shit and let's define what love looks like. And then let's give that to ourselves. And then let's use that as the benchmark. Let's use that as the standard of what love looks like. Anything less than that is not love. So that is the type of work that Lilith does with you when she's doing self-love work, self-healing work, self-edification work. That's what she feels like. But babe, if somebody fuck with you, that energy is hot. It's wrathful. And I have experienced both sides of that energy from her. And I'm telling you, Mother Lilith, she does not fucking play about her daughters. Okay? So that was how my relationship began with Mother Lilith. I also had a relationship with Hecate, and I'm not going to go into that too far, because it's something that you'll also learn on your spiritual path, that there are some things that you have to keep to yourself. You can't share everything with everybody. You can't do that. Spiritual hygiene is important. So I will tell you about another goddess that I walk with, and that is the goddess Persephone, because my relationship with her is the one relationship that was different in that I sought her out. I sought her out. My name is Corey. And someone said to me one time in a social setting when I introduced myself, I said, "Oh, my name is Corey." And the gentleman said to me, "Persephone?" And I was like, "No, Corey." And he goes, "Yeah, Persephone." And I'm like, "How the hell do you get Persephone out of Corey?" And he proceeded to tell me about Persephone, who was also known as Corey or Corey, depending on how you emphasize the E, right? Either the long E or the schwaze type of E. But nevertheless, Corey is what Persephone was referred to when she was young. Corey means maiden, it means daughter. And so they would refer to her. If you look at any of the lore about Persephone, you will see that she is also referred to as Corey. Now, I know that the word Corey in Greek can also mean maiden and or daughter. So that term could have been applied to anyone, I guess, in Greek mythology. However, none of the other Greek goddesses that I have ever studied about are referred to as Corey, only Persephone. Okay? And so she is referred to as Corey. She is Persephone. Persephone is the queen of the underworld. She is the wife to Hades. And if you know anything about Persephone, you know her mother is Demeter. You know that the story goes, there are a couple of variations of the story. Persephone went missing. She's in the underworld. Her mother Demeter doesn't know. Demeter says basically, I'm gonna stop doing my motherly duties, my wifely duties, my goddess duties, and I'm gonna let the earth go barren, because Demeter is the goddess of the grain, of the harvest. And so then the earth went barren, and then we went into winter and fall seasons because Demeter was grieving her daughter Persephone, Corey. And then, once she was able to get her daughter back with the help of Hecate, she gets Persephone back, but it's discovered that Persephone has partaken of the fruit, the pomegranate, and so therefore she is tied to the underworld. However, they make an agreement and she's allowed to spend half of her time in the above and half in the below, and that's how we get the seasons, the hot seasons and the cold seasons. And so anywho, that's Persephone, but I sought her out. But there are so many things about the goddess Persephone that align with me, from my name to the fact that I am someone who loves the summer. I come alive in the summer seasons, to the fact that I am born in the fall season and I'm a Scorpio, the death and rebirth. And that is what the Queen Persephone represents, death and rebirth. And so the goddesses, you just start recognizing the synchronicities and you'll know when they're calling out to you. I think this is about to run out and I don't want it to cut off on me and be all rude and stuff. So if you want more, let me know. Give me a like, share this, and we'll make more conversations about it before this app goes off. Bye.